Hello there. Greetings, one and all. It is I, your Star Wars father, here with another amazing piece of content for you for Galaxy here. So the other day I made a video about how, you should save up your Get One currency when you're working on Malak. If you're working on Gas, you should save this currency up so when you get them done, you can take them straight to 7 stars as quickly as possible and not be sitting there with a 5-star Malak, months and months later as you're trying to save this up. And I had an interesting conversation, and I want to hear what you guys think of this. Is this legit? Is it something that just the opinion of one person? But this guy Air Bear. So Air Bear came on, had some interesting things to say about whether you should even take Malak above 5 stars. And I don't agree with it, but this is the kind of conversation that I think really is important as a community for us to look at. I always welcome open conversation. Let's have an open conversation and stuff. Let's really discuss what people think and differences of opinion. That's how we hone the edges of our blade and really get to doing something perfect, is having different opinions, coming together, discussing those different opinions, and seeing what comes on the other end. So let's see what Air Bear had to say. Malak doesn't need to be max star. He can still do a good job, I assume. Or a job. Low-key, it's better to use those points for gear rather than waiting to use it for stars. Meaning, use your Get One currency for gear, which anyway. Facts, you can work toward a GL instead of using 1900 points for 10 charge or whatever. I know, because I used 50,000 points to get a GL completed within a month. You don't consider someone's disposition. Not everyone gets a reasonable amount of crystals daily to do all farms efficiently. This has nothing to do with crystals. This is about being in a guild that's doing territory battles. So, although I guess he's saying doesn't get the crystals daily to do the Galactic Legends farms. Mods make gods. That's true. Using Get for gear saves significant amounts of crystals, allowing you to focus to farm mods. Mods make gods. You don't need Malak 7-star. Gas, yes. Malak. I don't think people understand how big of an impact using Get for gear makes. I fully understand it. I fully understand how much of an impact it makes using your Get One currency to farm gear. And we'll go look at it again here while we look at my response. Here is my response. For me, I gotta read it. Went the wrong way again. Probably you're hearing. Okay, so I fully understand the impact, and we're just gonna have to agree to disagree here. I really disagree. Malak's impact at relic levels is very high. Gear should be only farmed once the characters are complete. I believe that in this guild event store, and I said this in the video, that when you finish farming Gas or Malak or Hermit Yoda Wampa, then you just start farming the gear from there. That's when you start farming the gear. Maybe if you only want to farm Darth Malak and you're not moving on to Gas, maybe use it for gear in between. I can't say I've never used this for gear, and I get the value of gear in here is tremendous. I agree. For a free-to-play account, the value of gear is tremendous. Malak at 7 stars is so really super-duper important. And like, I'm even farming Darth Malgus, with Conquest, so that's I make Malak even better on that. Anyway, so here was his response to that. Being one-dimensional is limiting. This is a practice I use as a returning player to get my roster in line. I agree. Being one-dimensional is limiting. I totally agree. I don't think this is being one-dimensional. I think this is maxing out a character that you spend a lot of time and energy to get to. I mean, if you get Darth Malak to 5 stars, you've had to gear up and probably add some Zetas to characters you don't want to add them to, and or add some Zetas in the Old Republic instead. You've had to work to get Darth Malak activated. I mean, why even bother activating him if you're not going to take him to 7 stars? That's kind of my opinion on it. And again, I don't think, this is a legit opinion. Air Bear is a legitimate player, is doing legitimate things, so I think it's worth discussing. I don't get why you put any effort in. If you're not going to take Malak to 7 stars, I don't even think you should bother activating him. Just leave your Revens and stuff where it is and go do other stuff. The game has changed. Gas and Malak aren't what they once were. Well, yeah, but they're top 10 teams in the game. The Gas team is like number 8. I guess there's 7 Galactic Legends. Number 8 after the Galactic Legends. Maybe and Jedi Master Luke usually ends up on a Jedi Knight Luke usually ends up on a Jedi Master Luke team. So I think maybe a Star Killer than Darth Revan. You're looking at top 10 teams with these guys in there. They may be staples, yet with new characters revitalizing garbage tunes. That I do understand that. Allowing yourself to be adaptable is a greater asset. Malak shards get you 7 stars. Yes, the gear farm works across the board. Within 2 months, I acquired a GL and now working towards Speed Mirror Kylo Ren. It's an alternative route for those needing to quickly build a GL, get into a better guild to get. Again, I think that's a good point, but just don't farm Malak. Just don't even activate Malak. Don't relic and gear up your older. I don't get. I mean, hang on. Allowing you to get more tunes and so on. It's a cycle. Got to spend money to make money. It's a long-term investment in roster going from the old narrative. Now, I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of going away from the old narrative. I am more of a. I'm going to take the road less traveled. I'm a fan of going away from the old narrative. I just don't understand. If you're going to field a Sith Empire team and you're not going to use Malak, you could just do 3 characters. You could probably do Darth Revan, Bastila, and the Sith Empire Trooper. If you're going to field a full team from there, you'd have to throw in also like Marauder and Assassin or HK. You have to get those guys geared up too. You're gearing up anyway, so like it's a double problem. You're gonna have to gear up your Sith Empire team anyway. You're gonna have to gear up your Old Republic team anyway with Jedi Knight Revan, Bastila, and Jolee. You got to have those guys for those teams. If you're gonna gear them up anyway, why not go get Darth Malak and then activate a guy that takes that team from like B+ to A? Like he elevates that team, or Darth Malak can solo other. I'm just not jiving with this. I want to know what you guys think, and please keep the comments respectable. This is honestly, Air Bear is a real person with real opinions, and if you disagree strongly, that's fine. But let's be respectful about it. If you agree, please let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this is a new trend in the game that we need to really think about. It's not getting it. Sherwin Pan says, Air Bear, amazing take. Malak is not the monster he used to be. He used to be a stone wall almost 100% of the time, but now there are so many things. I just got stopped by a Malak, by the way, a heavy Darth Revan Malak team with Dark Talent and Grander. I just got stopped by that. Just FYI. Now there are so many things that kill him that a 7-star Malak isn't. So here's another point to this. I said I'm going to ask my community here because I'm asking you guys, what do you think of this? Please let me know in comments. Tell me in comments what you think. Because I really could not disagree any more than I do. I disagree completely with this, by the way. Then Air Bear says, Star Wars Dad, we'll go to the next one here. I think it also depends on where someone is in the game, what their roster looks like. When I began playing Theory Crafting was a thing back in the day. It used to be fun to put together different teams. There's still some of that, but not much. I don't think there's a right or wrong way. It's situational. Thanks to the input as well. I appreciate it. Take care. Then he asked me for a roster review, which I don't give roster reviews in comments because I'm a content creator. I give roster reviews. I just think if you're going to go to the pain of activating Malak, which means you've geared up at least 5 characters in each of those teams, take them to 7 stars and make those teams even better, or use them as a solo artist. I just don't see the purpose of why would you even bother gearing up characters like Canderous Ordo, T3 M4, not Jolee. Our Old Republic guys. There's so many Old Republic characters that don't. Juhani. I don't know why. If you're not going to get Malak, if you're not going to really use Malak, that's fine. I don't know why Canderous Ordo, Carthanasi, Zalbar and Mission, T3 and 4, Juhani. These guys are not. They don't do like I would not have Zalbar Mission Vow at Gear 12 if I wasn't going to get Malak, right? I wouldn't have these Zetas on Carthanasi and Canderous Ordo if I wasn't going to get Malak. So why would I bother spending this stuff and getting these guys geared up to even activate Malak at all? That's my point. That's kind of my point. If you're gonna spend, I probably might have HK at 12, maybe not. I just don't know why you're gonna bother to get these guys geared up or put any extra stuff on these other Old Republic and Sith Empire characters. This is 2 Zetas that, if I'm not going to use Malak at max capacity, I've just wasted 2 Zetas here. I could have got other characters to Gear 12 instead of Zalbar and Mission because they don't really come in handy anywhere else. These are not useful characters to have. Somebody can yell at me. You can talk about Karth's ship. That's fine. Maybe we can talk about the Eben Hawk here with Karth and T3. I just think it can perform without having, and you gotta relic them to have, you know, so I don't know. That's my point. Why even bother spending the stuff? I mean, maybe you can take these guys to Gear 12 instead of Zetas. I chose Zetas at the time. I probably, you know, whatever. Just don't get it. I don't get it. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let's be respectful out there. Let's have a conversation as a community. And of course, let's always remember, Nooch too good.